Hello, you're welcome to my channel. My name is Lukman. On this channel, we talk spirituality, money, we give spiritual tips and simple life hacks. And in this video, I'm going to be discussing with you three things that can destroy your spiritual life. There are things that are not making you to be spiritually powerful. They are destroying your spiritual power. And like I used to say, the spiritual determines the physical. A lot of things that you see that is happening in the physical has already been determined in the spiritual. So you need to be spiritually strong, spiritually active, and spiritually powerful. And by this, I mean that you don't joke with your spiritual life. A lot of people neglect their spiritual life. But if your spiritual life is not okay, then your physical life will surely not be okay. And that is why you need to take your spiritual life seriously. But there are so many things that are keeping people down. They are not making them to succeed because these things are destroying their spiritual life and invariably destroying their physical life. So, the three things that can destroy your spiritual life is what we are going to be talking about. And I need you to pay serious attention because a lot of people just feel this is not important, but it is very, very important. A lot of people are running into different problems because they are neglecting their spiritual life. So, number one of the thing is your sex life. Your sex life. And that means, your relationship with the opposite sex. You have to desist from the habit of having multiple sleeping partners. A lot of people have multiple sleeping partners. This is no good. If you are a man, if you have just one sleeping partner, it will be easy to trace when you have problems. You can just look back when things are not going well for you. You trace back and see, oh, it is this person. Then you can trace. But you have multiple. There is no way you want to be able to trace where your problem is coming from. And if you are a lady, also, it is not too good for you. Actually, this applies to men, majority of men, but that does not mean a lady should have multiple sleeping partners. Apart from the fact that you can contact diseases, you can contact serious diseases that can affect your life. It can also destroy your spiritual life. Ladies are known to be very spiritually powerful, spiritually active. Whatever a woman do, if a man does it 10 times, woman's own will come 2 times and it will be successful. But man, you have to do it and do it again. But if you have multiple partners, you might be dealing with a lot of problems because once you sleep with somebody who has a problem, you have shared in that problem. And if you sleep with another person that have another problem, you have also shared in that. So if you have multiple, you are cutting multiple spiritual problems, and this will bring you down because it's full of negativity. This is negativity. Some people are full of, both men and women, they are going about with negativity. And if you as a person is going out or is dating a lot of people with negativity, then gradually you'll be full of negativity and will start going down. Things will start going down for you. The second thing that can destroy your spiritual life is keeping unnecessary company, unnecessary friends, bad friends. You see, if you move with wrong friends, it's going to have a toll on you. Show me your friend and I will know the type of person that you are. And there was a book, I can't remember the author now, that says if you work with 9 people who are poor, you are going to be the 10th poor person. If you work with 10 people who are successful, 9 people who are successful, you are going to be the 10th successful person. So avoid unnecessary friends, unnecessary companies. I don't want to call it friends, unnecessary companies that will not add anything to you. They will rather bring you down. People who don't have any serious plan for their life, they are not taking their spiritual life seriously, not to talk of their physical life. People like this will bring you down, and this will affect your spiritual life. This one, there are so many things attached to it, but just get the gist. I'm not saying you should not have friends, you should not mingle, but don't mingle with unnecessary company, unnecessary friends, people who are full of negativity, because prevention, they say, is better than cure. To prevent negativity is better than trying to cure negativity. A lot of people have been battling with negativity since the beginning of this year, and up till now they have not gotten away from it. So the best thing is to prevent it. Minimize the company that you keep, the unnecessary people that you keep, people who will not add anything to your life. Just minimize it to the barest minimum. You might think this is not important, but it is very important. I said your spiritual life determines the physical. So if you do anything, keep the wrong people physically, then they will affect you spiritually. And once they affect you spiritually, then physically you are coming down. Nothing. Then the third one, this is a bit controversial, but I want to tell you, the third thing is alcohol. Limit the consumption of alcohol. Too much of alcohol is not good for anyone. And I'm not sure there is any of the spiritual books, the scriptures, that says we should consume hard drinks anyhow. Anything you do, you have to do it in moderation. Some people cannot do. Imagine somebody saying, I cannot do with alcohol. Once I don't take alcohol, my life will be somehow. Please limit consumption of alcohol. The reason is simple. If you take alcohol in excessively, you don't know what you do. You start misbehaving. And once you start misbehaving, you do some things that you're not supposed to do. Ordinarily, things that you will not do, you do it. And this will have spiritual impact in your life. It will affect you spiritually. And once they affect you spiritually, then your physical life will become... You see a lot of people, they are drunk. And because some of them drink a lot. And because they drink a lot, and their enemies will catch up with them easily, because they know they cannot do without drinking. They can poison them. They can put things in their drinks. They can affect them in different ways, because once you are drunk, you don't know what you are doing, and they start putting a lot of things will start happening to you. So you have to desist from excessive intake of alcohol. I'm not saying you should not take alcohol, because even there are some medications like traditional medications that you can take with alcohol, but you have to limit it. Some people take alcohol, but don't take it so much. You have to reduce it to the barest minimum. Just little once in a while, just little, and that is okay. If you can avoid these 3 things that I mentioned, there are so many other things, but if you can avoid these 3 things, then your spiritual life will be at the top. And once you are at the top, it will start manifesting physically. People will notice that this person is getting better and better and better. And lastly, before I go, maybe I should just add this one. This, let's say, is the fourth one. The fourth thing is that you have to make sure that you don't stay in a dirty environment. If your environment is too dirty, it affects you spiritually, and it even affects your health. One, you are not hygienic. It's not hygiene. It's not hygienic to live in an environment that is dirty. And 2, negativity thrives in a place, in an environment that is dirty. If your environment is dirty, negativity will never leave that place. And if negativity is with you, there is no way you want to progress. There is no way you want to prosper. So make sure your environment is clean, especially your toilet. If you have toilet in the house, make sure your toilet is very clean. Make sure your house is clean. You sweep. Make sure every part of your house is clean. Avoid anything that is dirty. Don't have anything to do with dirtiness, because it connotes negativity. And once you have negativity, then it affects your spiritual life. It brings you down. I hope I've been able to impart some knowledge into you today. If you go value from this and you have not subscribed, consider subscribing. Subscription is free. You are not paying anybody for this. Just subscribe. You see the subscribe button, just click on it. Once you click on it, a bell will come out. Hit on the bell, that's the notification bell, so that when next I release videos, you'll be the first to be notified. Until I come your way again, remain spiritually intelligent, and don't forget, we can succeed together.